Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Voice of Junsi. Today I'm going to be speaking lightly and giving my first impressions on the Diablo 4 Early Access Pre-Order Beta that was between March 17 and March 20th. So one of the first things I want to talk about is the environments and the presentation of Diablo 4. I do believe Diablo 4 is an excellent game that has an amazing presentation. And I think you can get that right out of the get-go when you start with the opening cinematic. I think the narrative that's being displayed, it's quite intense, it's quite interesting. It is a good movement from what we had in Diablo 3 and what we have in Diablo Immortal coming to us. So I do believe that that's something we should sort of highlight initially, because I do believe the artistic, thematic explorations alongside what's being written is pretty amazing. So I would say that Diablo has a good foot in the beginning because it does present itself to be a well-written story with an astonishing presentation. Now that we've spoken about the story, we go into gameplay. This is the tried and tested ARPG formula that Diablo has managed to pioneer when it released early in the 90s. Right? I do believe that what we have here is, I wouldn't say necessarily an evolution, but I cannot be speaking about these things right now because we barely have seen what Diablo has to offer in terms of its progression, in terms of its combat loop. So I do believe we will be seeing more in the game and in the open beta that everyone will have available in the next weekend from now. So I do believe that it is something that people are going to like because it does harken back to that tried and tested formula. So something I also want to add outside of these things is that a lot of other YouTubers are comparing this to an MMO. They maybe because of the way that we always need to be online and because there are a lot of players running around, because I have already seen a couple of players doing so in those initial areas, because we are just seeing a beta. This is not going to give us a good outlook of what the game is supposed to be. So I believe that the MMO assumptions that are being driven in the commentaries of this early access period for the ones who pre-ordered the game is more so a commentary on the fact that things are going to be online consistently, which could be bothersome for those that do not have a good internet connection and do not live in an urbanized area. So in essence, we could say that Diablo 4 is a pretty consistent product that gives us a impressive story as it presents it, right? As what we've been able to see with enemies that are presented to us and the challenges that we have at the beginning of the game and the way the world building is being presented to us is pretty good. So Diablo 4 is definitely something that's going to satisfy you. It has really good production value. So I just can't wait to see the rest of the story and how the rest of the progression goes on with the game, because right now what they've given us in this early access beta is really good. Looking forward, we just need to make sure Blizzard is going to maintain the consistency that they have with the game right now, and the rest of what we've been able to see right now keeps consistent into the future of the game, meaning that when it releases eventually in June, we do get to have a consistent, well-developed story that gets to complete and be satisfying, and that we still have a good progression system that goes on even after we finish the main story, like we do have in Diablo 3 with the seasonal content. I do believe we should have good hopes for Diablo 4 and the rest of the lifespan that this game is going to have. So guys, thank you for coming. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and push the notification bell if you want more videos like this. Until next time guys, God bless you.